Welcome to Future Talks. Today I'm here with Nissan, the founder and CEO of Robonote. So Nissan, I would like us to start by introducing Robonote, your journey, how it all started, and then move on and see how AI is transforming your industry and talk about the future a little bit. So welcome.
Thank you very much for having me. Let's try and cover everything in very nice and understandable words. Let's start first with our products and understand what we're doing. So Robonote is a conversational intelligence software, and basically we give the option, or we cater call centers, contact centers, everybody that has clients and contact them. We give them the option to understand 100% of all interactions and what's going on in them, which is a tool that I think everybody needs, but not everybody understands that they need it. In simpler words, what we're trying to do is to take all of your interactions with your clients, to give them inputs about your marketing materials, to give them inputs about your sales in conversion or in retention if you have two departments, if you have customer support, show you what are the trends, what's doing very good, what's not doing so good, and why. And instead of using traditional manual system, this is faster, more efficient, and you don't need to fire everybody if you don't get results. You just understand the problem, and then you can fix it.
That's very important. So you're essentially taking data-driven decisions. So how did it all start? How do you launch a startup like that?
So how we started, first of all, a little bit about myself. What I was doing in the last 15 years is managing, running, building from the ground up call centers and contact centers. So I seen it or experienced it firsthand, the problem that call centers have. I ran a multilingual call centers with 6 different languages that I speak none of. And I had managers that basically translated results and translated what happened in the day to me. And I need to trust what they translated. And they didn't all the time wanted to reflect all the problems that they had or the problems the employees had for many reasons. Either they're friends, or they don't want to create any problems, or they just want to be good managers and to show that they are good managers. And I found many problems in understanding what's going on really in my business. This is why we started, and this is where we understood the problem depth, and we started building the solution for it. It started small, first by understanding what is the conclusion in each one of the conversations. And then we saw it's not enough, and the employees are smart, and they know how to basically manipulate the conversation. And we decided that we need to create a product that's doing end-to-end from the beginning till the end, to show you all the things that went good, all the things that went wrong, where you need to change, where you need to teach people, where you need to replace people maybe, and to do the hard and unessential work by computer and not by a human being.
Yeah. And before that, you've run successful businesses, but this was an entirely new product. So how did you launch it to the market? How did you get client number one?
Okay, that's an interesting question. First of all, I had a really hard time in the beginning moving from something physical that I know how to do and I swim in the material really good, to going into a completely new ROM that works differently, that has different parameters, and it was hard in the beginning, I have to say. Client number one was easy. It was me. So
so client number two.
Okay, so client number two was colleague, you can call it competition, that we had really good communication with before. And after I saw the results on my own business, which, to be honest, shocked me in the beginning. I didn't expect that to be so good. And I called him and I said, I want you to try something free, something that we built. And I want you to give me the most honest, hands down, if it should be brutal feedback. And he did. And it was not brutal, it was really good. Yeah. So that was client number two. Client number 3, 4, and 5 were A/B testing that we did on design partners and people that we gave them really good pricing, and they showed really good feedbacks.
I find it very interesting how you conducted the A/B test, how you actually implemented the solution internally on your own business, saw the result, used it as a track record, went to two, and then continue to improve and roll it out and scale it based on that. So yeah.
To be honest, it was not planned. Okay, it's not a business that was born to be like the main business or to create to build a full startup on.
Yeah,
we built a solution for ourselves.
Yeah,
me, I was struggling with a problem. When I tested a little bit to see how it works on my end and then on other people's, and I saw the feedbacks, and I asked, the first question that I ask is not only feedback about show me how this works or oh this worked. That of course, but I asked them, show me where are the best or the places that it saved you money, where the places that it gave you more money, where do you see a spike in rise in this or in sales or in marketing? And they gave me such amazing results that I said, okay, that's interesting. Then I started to test the market, understand how big it is. And every time somebody asks me, how big is your market or how big is the market that you work with? I can say endless because everybody has clients, right?
Yeah.
Everybody has some kind of a contact center. Banks, securities, financial companies, insurances, customer support, everything. If you think about it, everything that you have in your house and you buy from a big company, they have a service center, right?
Yes.
Call center. You need to call them or you need to text them or you need to chat with them. An interaction that needs to be analyzed and understand what's going on. So when I tested the market, I saw it's huge, but it's not correct to say that this is all of our market. Our market is people that are interested in innovation and being more creative and getting more results from the humans that they employ.
Yeah. And if I may ask, you're in a market that is endless, essentially. You have international clients, and you're operating from Cyprus. So I will ask you something that I ask every international entrepreneur that is based in Cyprus. How is it like to run a startup from Cyprus?
Okay, let's take Cyprus first of all as a country, or as an island, or however you want to be called. We moved, me and my wife, we moved from Malta to Cyprus, which for us, like moving from, I don't know, a third, fourth country into Las Vegas. It was a really good transition. We have kids, so I think Cyprus for kids today is one of the best places in the world. Maybe I'm people will think I'm exaggerating.
No, it's true. It's true.
I think it's very safe.
Maybe Las Vegas was a bit of exaggeration, but we'll take it because it was true.
Okay. So I think it's a really safe place, really good for kids. A little bit boring in the weekends, but if you know where to go and you have some kind of a routine, a really good place to live in. So that's the first thing, which is very positive. About running a business in Cyprus, I find it very easy. Cyprus, in the end of the day, it's a business hub. It doesn't look like a business hub, and I spoke to people that told me that 10 years ago it was not the case. But today there are many nationalities, many businesses came to here to open up shop. If it's because of taxes or is it because of other things, you can get very good connections. You can get a lot of clients. You can get a lot of interesting people. There's a lot of conventions going on here that people from all over the world come to see and attend, which is good. It's Europe in the end of the day. It's not Shenzhen, but it's Europe. So you can travel very easily to Europe. You can connect people in Europe. You can do business in Europe. So yeah, this is the good things. About the not so good things, I think there are things that needs to be improved. We have some struggles in the beginning with the financial services here, banks in particular. I think there is a lot of room for improvement. I think we can help, by the way, in improving them.
I was about to say, especially in the customer support and all of that, because I know we have a lot of people from the banking industry in the audience. I would encourage you to speak to Robonote because I believe you can help each other.
I'm sure. Banks, insurance companies, we can help a lot. That was one downfall. Besides this, I don't know. I think we are pretty happy here. I mean, it's very easy to conduct business. Nobody is giving you hard time. The bureaucracy level here is medium low. So
I'm very happy to hear that, especially about the bureaucracy level. And we do hope to get more skilled people and successful people like yourself in Cyprus. Now, moving back to your industry, the call centers, the customer support and all of that are being, I'm not going to say disrupted, but they're being upgraded.
challenge.
Just challenged. That's a better word for it. You have a lot of automations coming in, especially with the vast commercialization of AI models we've been seeing lately. How do you see that interaction or interception or challenge from your point of view?
Okay, so let's break it down into small pieces. Okay, let's start with what humans are good with and what they're not good with, and what's going to be replaced, and if it's at all something that we need to fear or we need to embrace. In general, when we saw the first model of OpenAI, we were scared as well. I guess like every other employee that's is scared to be replaced, we were scared. I mean, the first impression was, wow, that's really good. After we started testing it and using it, even implemented it, we're using big LLMs in our product. We from the beginning, we wanted to use AI, even before the launch of OpenAI and even before the booming that we see right now. We started as an AI company. We didn't, was not like shock to us, but the fast progression was overwhelming. And what we discovered, and what I think, and I can say clearly today, is that we can divide AI tasks and human tasks into two very different things that I don't think can be replaced. Humans are really good with making creations and, let's say, creativity thinking, or making something out of nothing, or breaking resistance that you cannot even think about how they did it, or being very generative, but not AI generative. AI is really good with crunching down numbers and analytics of data analytics. This is the best thing that it can do. Humans are really bad in that. And I think humans should not do data analytics. And I think this should be like a sidekick. I mean, every human should have somebody that's doing the data analyst for him. And then he can basically get across much, much more data. Let's take your everyday life, right? You have your bank account, you have your spending, you have your income, you have your wishes and everything. Each one of us has his own method of how to calculate it, how to work with it, how to do your calculations, right? Some people are better with that, some people are not so good with that. I think if you have AI implemented in like an assistant that gives you the metrics of exactly what's going on in your basic life, you're going to be more efficient. You will know how to spend in the correct way. You want to find you want to buy a mug, right? So instead of just going to a store buying a mug, you will ask your assistant, where is the best mug that I can buy in the best price? And it will give you option. What's near to you? What is the cheapest? What is the expensive? Why it's cheap? Why it's expensive? And you can make data-driven decisions with AI.
Yeah, and it can essentially save you time to spend on other things that matter. There's been a widely spread discussion on this from the World Economic Forum and other conferences and publications that basically say as things become more automated through AI, the more important human factor is going to become critical thinking, creativity, leadership, and any other thing that defines what a human is. So I assume in a call center, for example, you have some questions that are repetitive. Before we were discussing some examples. So for example, with a bank, why didn't this transaction go through? That can be automated. But something that requires trust, relationship building, etc., this is where the human factor becomes even more important.
I totally agree. First of all, I don't think call center is going to be shut down in the next month or year or 5 years. And going to be replaced by robots or any robot chats or any GPT-like models. No, not going to happen. For the simple reason that chat, doesn't matter which LLM is based on, cannot give you the answers that you want when you are facing, I don't know, your card being frozen and you need to pay right now for gas.
Yeah.
You want to speak to a human right now.
Yeah.
You don't want to speak to a chat. You don't want to speak to a robocall.
You want to share your problem.
You want somebody that understands, first of all, the urgency of your issue and wants to help you and can help you right now on the spot, even if it needs to be out of protocol and just taking a human decision for you to pay for your gas and then solve the problem. Okay?
Yeah.
Something a computer cannot do and it doesn't have the ability to do yet. Another thing that I see is from clients that we analyze, okay? When you start working with a new client, you first do a discovery talk with, right? Explain to me the flow of your business. Now, as I told you before, I did it for many, many years. It's very hard to surprise me. I'm not going to see a model that I say, wow, this is something that I haven't. It's pretty much the same. Every conversation has steps in it. There's an introduction, and then there's an explanation, and then there's something that they sell or something that they need to cover, and then there's the checkout, the helping with. Very easy in a sales conversation, or if you take it to customer support as well, there's steps that you need to follow. So if you take customer support, for example, and we take one of our clients, right? It's one of the biggest shipping companies in the world, I think, and they have a call center which gets thousands of conversations per hour, right? 85% of the conversations are, where is my package? This company, they have a website. You can go into the website, you can paste your number, and it will tell you where your package is. And this is exactly what the people on the phone is doing. Can you give me your package number? Do you have a tracking number? Yeah, and they put it in the website, and they tell him, your package is in transit in this area. So this is redundant. This will go away. I agree. But people that make crucial decisions will make more money out of it. I think they will be more important, and they will be more crucial to your company to succeed and to grow. By the way, when we start working with a business, we automate a lot of the redundant things. We automate a lot of the things which are not important, and we show people how they can get improved in those things. And we see immediately a spike in sales, in conversion, in buying better marketing, and across the board, really.
Yeah. So if I ask you, if you had to give one piece of advice, let's say to the CEO of a call center or a chain of a call centers now, on their next step, what would that be?
Implement AI. I guess.
Embrace it.
Yeah. I guess there are two kinds of clients that we see today.
Yeah.
Open-minded clients that wants to embrace AI. They understand that's the future. They understand this saves them time. And I call them legacy clients, people that use legacy system. Okay? No disrespect to any of course, industry, but
it is what it is. It is
what it is.
Yeah.
So if you have a legacy system and you don't want anything to interrupt with this legacy system and you don't want to introduce new systems, I think you're going to be left behind and you're going to have a really big problem very soon.
Yeah.
If you coming to this procedure open-minded and you understand it's a procedure, it's not something that happens with a snap of a finger, even though we made it very, very easy, very gamified system. Everybody can use it and we have integration in less than a day. We do it very fast, but even though you need to get something to change. And people, the biggest fear that people has in their mind is to change something, for sure, in businesses. So my biggest advice to any kind of call center owner or any kind of contact center owner is to embrace the new products that they are, test it at least, see the huge change that they're going to do on his business, and for him to get so much knowledge and data crunch to understand where he is weak, where he is strong, and where does he need to go for the next step.
Yeah, that's very important. And drawing to a close, I would like to ask for your advice again, but this time the entrepreneurs looking at us, watching us. So you've launched the business, you've focused on solving a very specific problem, you've evolved through the feedback, and you've had a journey that does not only incorporate what you have done so far, but you're looking beyond the curve. What's going to happen next with the AI, the role of the humans, and so forth. So incorporating all of this and going back, right? And if let's say you found your younger self when it was starting Robonote. What advice would you give to younger Nissan, and how could this advice apply to other entrepreneurs?
Okay, so I don't know about my younger self. If I would see my younger self, I will tell him to go to the beach and surf. But if I have one advice to give to young entrepreneurs that wants to open a startup, is a piece of advice that I give everybody that's willing to listen. Is there are two kind of startups today? Okay. By the way, it's a piece of advice to give to business owners as well. If you want to adopt product, this advice is for you as well.
Yeah, I mean, a startup is a business, so
no, but even if you want to use one of the products from a startup, I think this is a good advice for you as well.
Yeah.
So my advice is that there are two kinds of startups in the world. One of them is people that are building an amazing solution. Most of the time, it's very technological people, came from technological backgrounds, and they know how to build the solutions. So they build a really good solution, and when they finish building it, or they finish building the idea or the protocol or the MVP, they go and look for a problem, and they go and look for a market for it, right? That's really bad. That's my advice. Don't do that. You need to find the problem. If you can live the problem and you can experience the problem firsthand, you have a much greater chances to succeed, because then, first of all, you know how to solve it in the best way. Second, you understand how big is the problem, how crucial it is. I mean, if you're willing to pay for it, if you're not willing to pay for it, why somebody else will be willing to pay for it?
Yeah.
And for the business owners, just for 1 second, when you're considering taking a solution, any AI solution, just ask the people that build the solution, did you ever have this problem? Did you ever step foot in a call center? Do you know how it works? Because if they don't, I'm not sure about how good is the solution.
Yeah.
I mean, if they don't understand your needs, well, maybe they build a really cool thing that on paper sounds good, but you need somebody to work with that understands your problem and understands your concerns.
To essentially spot a need in the market, an actual need, not a hypothetical need.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a very good advice, because in the majority of the cases, when it comes to startups or even businesses, they go to a market with a hypothesis of what they believe the market needs without addressing that actual need.
An idea.
An idea.
I guess these days are over. I mean, if you don't have a good business plan, my really friendly suggestion is don't start.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Thank you for your time today. It was great to hear more about your journey. And again, all of our friends in the financial and banking sector, you could benefit from this guy. So thank you for watching. We will see you at the next Future Talks episode.